Superhoops. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. Today we're cracking on in episode number 75, I'm going to guess. I could be completely wrong, but we're going to just sort of crack on and see how we do. So far we're doing very well. So far we've been absolutely smashing it, second in the league, and we have been also playing our Europa League group stage, which we're doing pretty well at. But the first game of today's episode is going to be up against Fulham, one we are definitely going to start, obviously because it is a derby, and then we've got a game against Newcastle, and we'll then kind of just jump in and see how much of this month we can do. If we can get either near to the start of December or just, you know, potentially actually get to the start of December, that would be fantastic. That's what I'm hoping to try and get to, is to try and at least get to sort of these two games would be fantastic. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's get into our first game. I'll see you guys at the lineup for the Fulham game. Okay, so first game of the episode, a couple of little bits of rotation. Ludwig coming in at left back for a tired Hammerline, Carter Vickers coming in for our captain Webster, which makes Calvin Phillips captain for the day. And other than that, pretty much our first 11. So without further ado, let's get into it. At Craven Cottage, I have to say one of the most unique stadiums in my opinion in England, and home to Fulham, one of our rivals. So hopefully we can come away from today with 3 more important points as we keep that pursuit of keeping up with Wolves. That's what we've got to do. So far they're ahead of us because of the bad game we had against them. Literally, if that game had gone the other way around, we'd be 3 points ahead of them. But instead we're 3 points behind, but 3 points are up grabs today. Try and get them. Fulham bringing the ball forward quite nicely here. Got to be careful not to let that in behind. Carter Vickers with a good initial block. Ludwig can't quite get there. It's off the post there from the Fulham player. Didn't see who it was who took the strike. They're trying to get it back in. Ludwig again gets back there. Man, that was stressful. That was close. But thankfully, we've brought it away. Ball here with Phillips. Going to play it out wide to Bogle. Look at that run from Ellis Todd. Have I played it just in time? Yes, he is onside. 100%. Going to get this ball whipped in there. Smith Rowe would have preferred Dykes being the player to jump up to it, but we will take the corner. Going to whip this one in. Up to Dendoncker, our tall man in the box. Dendoncker just over the bar. And bring the ball into the box here. Got to be careful. Carter Vickers with a really, really good block there. Very good. And he has managed to win the goal kick too. Fulham have been a testing side so far. They have not been easy to play against. They've been very, very difficult to break down, but they're also attacking very nicely as well. But maybe we've got a chance here to build something off of our goal kick. Into Linden. Linden going to play it to Todd. Todd into Smith Rowe. Not quite the pass. That's kind of where we're messing up at the moment. That final pass just isn't quite hitting the mark. Fulham attacking down this wing here. Bogle's got a lot to do, especially as he's left his man there. Calvin Phillips is going to try and come back. We can't get there. Carter Vickers, can he step in? He's been turned. Thankfully, a bit of a tame shot. Pressure still here for Fulham. He's turned Dendoncker. Dendoncker was beaten, but thankfully Ramsdale with a fantastic save there to keep Fulham at bay and to keep it at 0-0. He's definitely been the busier keeper is what I mean. Good block there from Amos, but yeah, it's definitely at the moment it's all Fulham, and we've got to stop this right now. Got to try and take this pressure off and maybe start a bit of a counter here as Smith Rowe is going to try and do the old Ellis Todd run, which is just burst down that wing. Smith Rowe, can he set away Linden? It's not the best through ball. Linden isn't quite going to get there. Ah man, it's not quite clicking at the moment. We're not quite getting it right. Calvin Phillips going to play it inside here to Linden. Possibly one of, if not the last chances at the half. And it is going to peter out. We are going to lose it there just as we get into their half. Amos isn't going to win that. The ref is going to let it play on and then stop it. Thank God he did, because again, Fulham have been very threatening in this first half. It's been a really, really difficult game. And so far, we haven't been able to break the deadlock. It's definitely been them being the better side. Pereira has been very good in the middle of the park. He's been a good little player for them. We're going to have to try and work out if there's something we can do here to kind of mix things up. I kind of am tempted to take off Smith Rowe and bring on Pepe Arce. And you know what? I am going to do it. I'm going to bring on Pepe Arce. He's a big game player. He steps up in these games. And I have no idea why I feel like he's going to be better than Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is, on paper, the better player. But I'm optimistic. He is our main man. And I think Pepe Arce could be the key here. Let's find out. Pepe on the ball here. Going to play it off to Amos. Amos is going to have to try and find space. Finds Linden. Linden now. Going to set away Pepe Arce. Can Pepe Arce get there? Not quite yet again. The final pass just letting us down. Pepe Arce now. Linden trying to make that run against the defenders. Is he just onside? I think he is. Lyndon Dykes hits the post. Lyndon Dykes' second time of asking the rebound. Thankfully drops to our main man, and he does find the back of the net. That finesse shot, I thought, just play it past Sarr, just try and find that top corner, and it just hit the post, but thankfully the rebound did bounce back and was in our favour. That is for gosh darn sure. I just thought there, just play at that close post instead of playing it across the goal. Thankfully the defenders couldn't get there, and Lyndon Dykes gets his 15th goal of the season. Oh, the defender nearly got there, you know, it wasn't too far away from him. I am very quickly going to just cue a couple of changes here. We are going to bring on, I was going to bring on Chalobah, and I think actually I still might do that. That is what I'm going to do. We're going to give Bogle probably a rest in the next game. Bring on Harrison for now, just to rest Ellis Todd. But yeah, that is going to be the plan here. Lyndon picking up a fantastic goal and a very, very much needed one. And a couple of changes, just fresh legs, just to hopefully help us see this one out. Let's go for it. Pepe here, the main man in the middle at the moment. There's no one really ahead of him. So now he's found Lyndon as Lyndon's caught up. Lyndon Dykes is going to just have a ping from the range here. Oh, I was going to say, he's just got that ability just to find those sort of corners from that kind of range. He really can finesse and just ping them. And that's exactly what we tried there. But it's a good save from Sarr in the end. Pereira, heading off, which is good to see because he's been a thorn in our side all game. Then Donker very nearly makes it 2, but it is very, very well cleared off the line there. Going to try to Dendonker again. He's our target man. It's very evident in corners. He is who we're going to lump it up to. Amos here into Lyndon. Lyndon sets away Pepe Arce. Pepe Arce hit with his left. I keep forgetting whether Pepe Arce is left or right foot. Do you think I'd know that by now? But it is going to be another corner. Fulham, I think, making another change. They are indeed. We're going to whip this one in. You know who we're aiming at. It's just obvious. And the keeper has now kind of picked that up and is aware that we are just going to be aiming at Dendonker every single time. Amos, though, can he maybe try and get this in somehow? Bright to Lyndon. Lyndon is going to have a go. It's blocked. It drops back to Lyndon. It's a good tackle. Very good tackle. Fulham with a chance here. They've just about worked that into the box. I'm not entirely sure if that was really the plan for that cross, but thankfully we've got it away. And maybe now we have a chance here. Bright aside Samuel with the absolute electric pace that he has. No one is catching this man. Brighter side Sam who's going to dink it in there. It's a good block. This is going to be the last chance of the game. And we are going to do what we normally... Actually, no. You know we're not. We're going to whip it. Edge of the box to Lyndon. Lyndon's going to bring it down. Lyndon's going to have a bang from about 30 yards. It's a very good save. That's probably not 30 yards. About 25 maybe. I'm not too sure. But let's just whip this one in this time. Up to Dendonker. Keeper wins it. Let's just... Again, we're just going to keep trying to pump this ball into the box just before like full time. See if we can get that second. I don't think we're going to. That's going to be the full-time whistle. There it is. Thank God for that. 1-0. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. And you'd have to say, over the 90 minutes, Fulham probably had the better chances. Fulham probably played better. Up until the goal, we were very, very quiet. And I don't think Sarr really had much to do. So, I have to say, very, very happy to get the result. But, first game of the day, I've got to do better from here. Well, that game comes with big, big consequences as Wolves did drop points in their game as well. Who did they play out of Hursty? They played Man City, who beat them 2-1, who were down in 7th, by the way. We are 10 points ahead of them. So on goal difference, and on goal difference alone, we are currently ahead of Wolves, which is great to see. Okay, up against Newcastle, and again, we're going to go with our strongest side here. They got some really good signings. They picked up some very, very good players. People like Alderweireld, they've got Emre Can, Guimaraes, some really good players in there. So it'll be interesting to see how we square up against them. I don't think they're having the best season as it stands, but we've gone with our strongest 11. Let's just crack on with it, shall we? Back at the Kind Prince and back, hopefully, into winning ways. So far, 1 game played, 3 points got. Let's see if we can make it 6 for 6. That'll be very, very good to see. And again, just keeps us at the top of that table. Right now, this squad is absolutely playing it out of its skin. We're playing really, really well. The players are just... they're playing at such a good rating right now, even though they're lower rated. They're playing like they're all 90 rated cards. So that's what you want to see. Let's hope that we carry on that form. 3 more points, please, boys. Newcastle with the ball in the middle of the park here. Emre Can had that ball for a long, long time and then wasted the pass. It was a pain to get the ball off of. And then he just sort of spooned the pass into the middle of nowhere. But now Smith Rowe can't quite set away Bright. That would have been the beautiful play. But sadly, didn't quite happen. Newcastle just keeping this ball and keeping it very nicely. I'm struggling to get it off them. Webster there does really well initially. Then kind of loses it, but then gets it back, which is great. Plays it to Bright. Now Lyndon is going to make a run for us. Makes a very good run as well. We've got Emma Smith Rowe making a run as well, but Lyndon is going to get into that box, and Lyndon's only got one thing on his mind when he gets into that position, and that is lump it towards that goal. And boy, does he do it well. 16 goals, I think, now this season so far in, I don't even know how many games. Not many at all. Like, what, 10? And he's got 16 goals. What more can I say? Literally, what more can I say? Absolutely flying high. Lovely finish right in that top corner. It's a thing of beauty. And it's 1-0. Bright is just about going to keep that on the pitch. He does just about keep it there. Try and play it off to Hammerleinen. But sadly, it is a good tackle there from the fullback. You know what we're going to do from corners. We whip it in there. It hasn't gone to Dendoncker. It's gone to Phillips. And it wasn't a bad effort, was it? They've got the ball out wide here, Newcastle. Bogle up against Manquillo. Manquillo doesn't quite get it past Bogle. Bogle does really well there to see that for a throw and not let anything more come of that. But now we've got to be careful with this throw. I've got to try and stop them getting it into the box. Calvin Phillips and Ellis Todd out there to give Bogle a hand here. Ellis Todd is just going to try and muscle him out. Hasn't quite got to anything there. Get rid of that one. Hammerleinen up to it. Hasn't won it. But I think it was offside. Yeah, offside was going for. Good, good, good. Thank God for that. Amos on the ball, bringing it forward nicely here. Going to play it out to Bright. Bright now. Going to try and whip this in hard and low. That is very well won there from the defender. I think that was Alderweireld. And I have to say, if he didn't get that, that was Lyndon Dykes getting a second. No ifs, ands, or buts. That was 2-0. Smith Rowe making a good run here in the middle, as is Lyndon, and as is Bright making a good run. But Smith Rowe is going to find neither of them and just kick it at the defender, Tom. What are you doing, lad? Good win there from Calvin Phillips. Emil just about plays it to Lyndon. Lyndon plays it back. Emil Smith Rowe makes it 2. It's his second goal for the club. It's the second goal of the game. And that there is a very good goal. Really nice bit of play. We lost it. Calvin Phillips with a really good header to win the possession back. And then the 1-2 between Lyndon. A little bit lucky the ball even got to Lyndon there. But once he's got it, he played it back to Smith Rowe. And Smith Rowe finds the back of the net. 2-0. 2 goals in the league for Emil. And that is looking good. Love to see it. Last chance most likely of the half here. And it is going to go Newcastle's way. Webster has got to be careful here. Good tackle there from Webster. Going to try and get it out. However, it hasn't been cleared. Bogle going to try and come and clear his lines now. Is going to win that. I'm just going to kick it clear. And that is going to be half time. Bit of a stressful time there at the end there. But I have to say, Newcastle haven't really offered much. I don't think Ramsdale's had anything to do this game apart from a free kick maybe to take. But that is it for that half so far. And I have to say, I'm going into the second half feeling pretty confident, especially 2-0 up. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring on Ilias Chair for Smith Rowe. And then we are going to watch sim the second half. I'm watch simming it because it's only 2-0 and I have the option to jump in if I'd like to. If we get a third, then I will quick sim to the end of the game. As I've said to you guys in previous episode, it just helps us get through this a little bit quicker. Obviously, these recordings take like over an hour and a half, sometimes nearly 2 hours, especially as I'm trying to get more and more games played in the episodes at the moment. Lovely stuff. Lyndon nearly finds the back of the net, but it is a very, very good save. That wasn't Lyndon, sorry, that was Ilias. Ilias is number 10, Tom. Lyndon is in fact number 9. Well done, me. But yeah, just trying to get more of them done, and quick simming definitely helps because it does just cut down that recording time a little bit. But if we get the third, then we will obviously quick sim to the end of the game. But lovely play here. You have to say we are winning that ball back and attacking pretty quickly, and it's looking pretty good. Play into Ilias. Ilias trying to get it across the box. Oh, Snilly again and again. Bright can't quite find the back of the net. I am actually going to just queue up a couple of changes here. We'll bring on Harrison for Brighter side, Samuel. And I think what we'll do is we'll take off Amos and bring on Chalabar. Just fresh legs, as I've said before. Just fresh legs in the park. And obviously, just hopefully helps us see this game out a little bit. They have brought on St. Maximin. Again, it baffles me that he doesn't start for them. However, got to be careful here. Shot been made, but save made from Ramsdale. Got to see this corner out as well. Our changes now, obviously, will have come on because of that. Ramsdale, good catch, good claim. 20 minutes to go. And again, I'm just confident in these boys right now because they're playing so well. Obviously, we've got the 2-goal lead. If I need to jump in, then obviously I will. Good tackle there and good bit of play from the boys. Lovely stuff. Going to play it across again. Oh, it's unlucky. We're getting to that sort of just near the their half of the centre circle and a lot of chances, and then just kind of fluffing between obviously their 3 centre-backs because they're playing that 5 at the back formation. But we are defending pretty resolutely. We're not letting them really get in the box too often. I say that, and of course, they do, in fact, get into the box immediately. But only 8 minutes to go. I'm pretty confident we'll see this one out. I don't think they're going to get 2 goals in that time. And even if they do score 1, I can jump in if I want. But we've won it really nicely. Ellis Todd's going to bring it away. Lyndon's going to turn around and find his man. But yeah, just good possession. It's all we need to do. Just see this game out, really. A third would have been fantastic, but I won't be upset with 2-0. The clean sheet, obviously continuing the wins, continuing the continuing the good form. But surely after this throw, the ref will call it any second now. There we go. Full time, 2-0. All the hard work was done while we played it. The boys just saw it out. Fantastic, lovely, blooming stuff. Again, that will keep us at the top of the table. Obviously, we can't see that table right now. Our next game is up against Besiktas in the Europa League. I'll get ready. I don't know if we have a scout coming in on the first. I will double check that. If we do, then I'll show you guys the scout report. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at the Besiktas game. Okay, we don't have a scout report out at the moment, so we don't have a scout actually out there and scouting people. Ronnie Stevens is starting to look a good little player. He really is starting to pick up here. I just want to have a little look actually at his stats. What's his defense? Okay, he's only got 58 defending, so we do need to get that defending up a little bit, and then the dribbling probably needs to go up a little bit as well to help with being a fullback. But for now, we'll keep the defensive wide on him. Goodwin is looking a bit average win, I won't lie to you. We're probably going to have to really boost that striking, mate. You got 43 shooting. Let's fix that one. Make you a poacher. Let's sort that one out. I also just forgot that I hadn't sent out a scout report, so I'm just going to send out a quick scout report. We're just going to go to England. We're just going to search for like anything for 3 months, just see if anyone pops up. So hopefully across the episodes, we'll also have that to pay attention to. Okay, into the Europa League game, and we have made a couple of changes. Melier is coming in goal, Ilias Chair, and then Obafemi. Just a couple of players that we do tend to bring in for the Europa League games. Again, at least the point will be nice at the moment. Ourselves, Besiktas, and I come with the other team. The three of us are on 5 points, so realistically soon, we might have to play a game to secure 3 points. We do get a point there again. Obafemi sadly getting injured and then actually getting taken off. So we'll see how long that injury is potentially going to be. But Lille, that's it. So Lille have actually now gone 3 points ahead at the top of that table. Let's hope that we're not too long without. Also, Harrison, I do quite literally rely on you when it matters. 4 weeks. Okay, so no Obafemi for 4 weeks off the bench, which is a real shame. But maybe it does give a chance for some other people to potentially step in. We'll see. Okay, quite a bit of rotation. Obviously, I was playing quite a strong team in the Europa League game because obviously if I'm simming those and we do still need to pick up points, then I was trying to put out the best squad that we had. We might have to play the next one, although Standard Liège, I'm relatively confident. But you can see quite a bit of rotation. So Ramsdale back in, Hammerleinen, Carter Vickers, Dendoncker, Ludwig, Amos and Chalabar. Amos captain today, by the way, without Calvin Phillips and without Webster. Harrison on the left, Pepe Arce Cam, Ellis Todd on the right, and Lyndon Dykes. That's mainly just because, honestly, of the needed rotation. Got a lot of tired players because the Besiktas game wasn't too far away. So let's get into it and hope that the slightly rotated squad can still pick up the same result. 3 points, please, boys. Away at Crystal Palace. Hopefully just another good game and hopefully a game that we can pick up 3 points. Last game was 2-0. The game before that 1. Maybe we can get back into our 3-0 ways. Let's hope. Let's see. Let's find out. Wolves won their game that they had played ahead of us. So they are 2 points ahead of us right now. And that is only because they drew the last game that we played. So realistically, 3 points today puts us 2 points clear. Let's try to secure it. Pepe Arce winning the ball in a fantastic spot here. And Pepe Arce now is just going to power through. Can we find our run to Lyndon? I just wanted to be able to play that first time. As soon as I had to stop, I knew we'd bottled that chance. That's such a shame. Chalabar on the ball here. I need Lyndon to make a run. He has made the run a little bit late, but he's got the pace to make up for it. And Lyndon Dykes is just going to lump it. You cannot stop this man. He's actually too good. Lyndon Dykes with, I've actually forgotten, I think that's his 17th goal of the season. It's beginning to feel like a cheat code. And it's not, but it's beginning to feel like one. Lyndon Dykes, mate, you absolute beast. I just cannot begin to explain how incredible it is that this man is scoring as many goals as he is. Lyndon Dykes, take a blooming bow, son. 18 minutes in, 1-0. Oh, man, I'm absolutely in love with Lyndon Dykes. Oh, lovely ball here. Pepe Arce now through. Basically, a copy, I was going to say, of the Dykes goal that we just had. Oh, Dykes has kept it alive, though. Oh, Ellis Todd plays it in. Lovely chance, but Dykes sadly doesn't quite find the back of the net. And it stays at 1-0, but boy, we are looking good in this game. Ball here with Hammerleinen and Harrison here with a chance to really show his pace going down this line. Not quite as quick as Brightside Samuel, but still pretty quick. Good cross in there, and it's Lyndon Dykes. So it's the same result. It's a goal. It's 2-0. And Lyndon, honestly, you are flying high, bro. You are something incredible. Fair play to you. 2-0, and Lyndon puts us 2 goals to good. Harrison, I have to say, lovely run down that wing. A very good cross in there, and secures us a second goal. Really good stuff from Harrison, I have to say. Very impressed. Pepe Arce now on the ball. Plays it inside to Lyndon. Pepe Arce trying to overlap there. That's a really good ball. If Pepe Arce was Usain Bolt, that was a perfect pass from Lyndon. However, we do go in at half-time, 2-0 to the good. I'm optimistic that I think we can get a third. So my plan is I'm going to come out in the second half, play the start of the second half, try and get that third, and then do the quick sim. That's my thought process here. That's the hope and aims. And the way we're going to do that is by rotating just a little bit. We are going to bring on Richards at centre-back for Carter Vickers. Now, I know I sound crazy, but I think Richards has got real good potential. So I'm going to bring him on and see if we can just get him a bit of game time, try and get him a little bit of form. And yeah, second half, same again. Oh, lovely play here from Palace. I have to say, they've knocked it around really nicely. But Dendoncker, who don't forget, we did actually buy from Palace, I'm fairly sure, comes in with a fantastic tackle there. Now, we have a chance here. Ellis Todd, he's clean through. Ellis Todd, surely he's got options in the middle. And what he does instead is run off the pitch. Tom, you idiot. I'm making 2 changes. Pepe Arce is going to make his way off for Emil Smith-Rowe, and Chalobah is going to come off for Calvin Phillips. Technically, 2 higher rated players coming onto the pitch. Just again, wanted to give those other guys a bit of a chance, give them 60 minutes, and it gives the other 2 a little bit of a rest. But still good to get them out there if I can, especially as the other guys were getting quite tired. Crystal Palace with a corner here. Got to be careful, got to make sure we see this one out. Again, they haven't really offered too much crazy in the game, but that's a good effort. That's a good save from Ramsdale. I think that was Piontek, who they've just brought on. It was a good chance for them, but Ramsdale equal to it. Lovely bit of play there. I'm not entirely sure who made that tackle and then kept it on the pitch. But now Ellis Todd has been given literally acres to run into. He's going to play it inside. Again, I'm going to waste the chance. I feel sorry for Todd because I'm making him look terrible, but it is just me messing up left, right and centre here. We're going to work this one into the middle. It's going to be up to Dendoncker, the ex-Palace man, according to this save at least, but it is instead headed clear. Ellis Todd going to try and get it back in. Good cross. Linden can't quite get it on target, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. And we are going to jump to sim. We're going to simulate the rest of this game. We've got 20 minutes. Again, I'm optimistic the boys can see this one out. You can see a couple of tired legs, a couple of tired players out there. But I'm optimistic the boys can see this one through because, again, with 20 minutes to go, we're looking pretty good. And again, apologies. I know, obviously, sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating me jumping to sims, but it just helps me get more and more games fit into an episode. So I really do hope you guys understand. In the comments, you guys do seem to understand that. So thank you very much for being... I guess understanding. How many times can you say understanding in about 5 seconds? So well done to you. But Linden again, 2 goals at the moment making the difference. They've just brought on Milivojevic, which is interesting to see, and Player, however you want to say it. But I'm hoping Player's not going to get too much of the ball. He's a good little player. That was not even attempted at a joke. So hopefully we just keep him relatively quiet, I guess would be the way to look at it. But lovely bit of play here. Good stuff. Look, again, we just keep the ball so well. I don't know whether it's the tactics I put on the team for like when I'm not controlling it, but we do keep the ball pretty well. Hammerleinen, however, is playing as like a bloody left wing when he's a left back. So it'd be nice for him to get back into position, which thankfully he has. But nice bit of play. Again, just keep this in the middle of the park. I'm not too upset if we don't get a third. I mean, we can push for it if you guys want to try. Smith-Rowe drops it back. Go on, Smith. Have a go. Yes, 3-0. Emil Smith-Rowe, 3rd goal of the season and of his QPR career. And 3-0. We've gone from a 1-0 to a 2-0 to a 3-0. Lovely stuff. Mate, the games are getting better and better in this Premier League right now. We are improving with every game in today's episode, which is great to see. And as I said before, that game does keep us 2 points clear now of Wolves, who dropped 2 points in a game that they drew. So, yeah, really happy with that. I think our next game might be in the Europa League again. I have already forgot, but Calvin Phillips and Carter Vickers both getting called up to England and America respectively as well. Good to see. Okay, I was wrong. Our next game is in fact in the league, and it is up against West Ham. Obviously, a very good side, and a side that may be underachieving right now. They're down in 13th. So they're having a bit of a tough time of it. But we are going to jump in with our strongest 11 and see if we can just carry on this great form. Let's find out. 18 goals. 18 goals for Lyndon Dykes. The man is unstoppable. And it's just great to see. It's so good to see him getting as many goals as he is. And we're going to crack on now, obviously, into the West Ham game and see if we can just come out, hopefully, somewhat on top here and really take this game by the horns. I mean, realistically, I'd love to, again, be able to pick up another 3 points. If we can sit at the top of the table, then we're sitting pretty. Let's go for it. Linden here. Going to just keep hold of this ball. Going to play it off to Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe, who really has been starting to pick up the goals recently. Can he pick up a 4th? No, because I've run it far too wide. He's going to play it into Linden. It's blocked. It's not quite in. Amos is going to keep it alive, though. Linden, very strange touch. Sadly runs through. and it stays at 3-0. Lyndon Dykes sees the run from Smith Rowe. Obviously, we're going to play that run because Emil has made a beauty of a run. I'm going to try and play it back. It then drops back to Smith Rowe, and Matty Ryan makes a fantastic save. Mate, we're just not quite getting that finishing product right now, are we? We're just messing up with the final bit of play. Dykes plays it off to Amos here. Dykes is going to expect it back. Dykes gets it back. Doesn't quite get the shot initially. I think that's going to be a corner because I think the player did get the touch before us, or after us, I should say. And it does go out. Lyndon, not Lyndon, Dendonka. Leander, I'm fairly sure is his first name. I might be wrong. But Bright is going to try and keep hold of this. I was going to try and turn inside and play that finesse, but I just couldn't get the chance to do so. Calvin Phillips now off to Bright, and Bright can't get there. That's a real shame. West Ham attacking in numbers here. Got to be careful. Again, I want to stop the cross if possible because it's just, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Webster's going to have to come out to it, and Webster does a fantastic job. I had to be careful there because that's the kind of tackle that you kind of, maybe you press circle and then the player just dips past you, and instead of kicking that ball, you just absolutely wipe out the player, give away a silly penalty. But now we're working on this counter-attack here. Bright is going to have to turn. Oh, I've turned poorly. That's a real waste of a counter there. Shame. But again, this is a tough old game. This is not too dissimilar from the Fulham match. It's been a tricky one. Todd here going to try and run around his man. Then going to cut inside here and find Emil Smith-Rowe. He's going to have a pop himself. Hits it out Ryan. I would have liked it at that far post. Sadly, didn't quite head in that direction, so couldn't quite aim it there. But Lyndon now going to try and find Smith-Rowe again. Emil's going to try and find him back. Instead, it drops to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd on his left foot. Ellis Todd. He's been relatively quiet recently in regards to the goal scoring, but he's picked up a very important goal in this game. Lovely stuff from our man Ellis. Again, a real unsung hero in this career mode. He has been fantastic, just quietly getting on with his job. And that there is a beauty of a goal. 1-0, lovely stuff. It's a little bit lucky the way that it's obviously happened, but the finish itself is fantastic. Ellis Todd right into that left-hand side. Lovely stuff. 2 goals so far this season, and it's 1-0 to QPR. Phillips out here to Ellis Todd. He's going to cut inside and find Emil Smith-Rowe. Plays it off to Lyndon, but Lyndon's first touch has let him down there, and that is going to be half-time. A real chance for 2 right at the end. Realistically, we probably could be 2 or 3-0 up, but just been making mistakes, which is a real shame, but it is what it is. Again, there's not much I can do about it other than maybe play a bit better, Tom. That is physically something you can do about it, but that's not a problem. We're going to take off Smith-Rowe, and we're actually going to bring on Harvey Elliott here, play him as a left winger. Then we're going to play Ellis Todd at right mid. We're going to play Bright at cam. Is that what I want to do here, actually? I'm not too sure. What do I want to do here? I might be able to make him a centre forward. If I do that... No. Okay, we'll stick with this. Bright at cam. We've done it before and it worked pretty well. He'll probably make his way off the pitch because he will get very tired from there. But that's the plan. Harvey Elliott has not played football for us for quite a while. So I'm going to give him a quick game or 2. Obviously, he's going out on loan as soon as we get to January. But yeah, that's hopefully enough to kind of just see us through the second half. Again, I'd like to be able to finish earlier if I can and get that second goal and secure this win a little bit. But beggars can't be choosers. But hopefully QPR can be goal scorers. Let's find out. Right, with a lovely turn in the middle of the park there. And now Lyndon making a good run away here. Lyndon, he's got a good left foot. We've seen it time and time again. And there it is again. A beauty of a finish. It's a thunderous strike. And Lyndon gets his just standard goal plus a game. It's ridiculous. This man is absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe he's scoring as many goals as he can. If he does anything like this in the Championship, I'm not expecting 2 goals a game, Lyndon. But mate, we will be absolutely flying up that league if that's the case. Come on, boys. Let's keep it up. Okay, made our final 2 changes 65 minutes into the game. I brought on Ludwig and Carter Vickers for Webster and for Bogle, just kind of having in mind that we've got our Europa League game coming up, and it is our game against Standard Liège, which I will be simming. And obviously, I like a nice strong team because that really should be our 3 points that should hopefully see us through. Because realistically, they've been the sort of quote-unquote whipping boys of this Europa League group stage. And just while we're talking, I'll just let Lyndon casually get a 3rd goal of the game. Absolutely insane. Lyndon Dykes, you beauty. And that will allow us to quick sim. But yeah, basically rest a couple of players ready for that game. We'll jump to result. 3-0 will still be nice. It is, of course, 3-0. Then Donker and Todd picking up yellow cards. But the main thing is we have won ourselves the game. Lovely stuff. As I said before, the Besiktas game could have really gone either way with who was where, but we are now in third, Besiktas in second. If Besiktas beat Lille, then we have to beat Lille for our last game. If we beat Standard Liège and then draw, I think, against Lille, then I think we're guaranteed through. So realistically, this has to be a win. And that is why I've set out with our strongest 11. We've got City in the next game, and City do, as we've seen before, drop off in games. So I'm optimistic, hopefully, that they'll do something similar in the next game and we can have a good start and then just see them out in that game. But let's quick sim this. This needs to be 3 points for this group. We need a win here. And we did get it. We did concede, but Bright, Todd and Emil picking up 3 goals. Lovely stuff. That's going to put us in a really good position for that group. Lille won as well, which puts us on 9, Besiktas on 6. So a point against Lille, and we're through in the groups. But that is where I'm actually going to end today's episode. I'm going to finish it here. We've got some big games in the next episode against City, against United, and our final game of our Europa League group in Lille. In the next episode, I'm going to hope to kind of get to either the Bournemouth or the Burnley game. If I can have one of those be our final game, I think that's looking pretty good. And then the episode after that will be in our January transfer window. Now, as far as my sort of thoughts on the squad is, I don't think we're in particular need of any particular positions. Honestly, I think the most helpful thing at the moment will be maybe a little bit of squad depth, but not necessarily to the point where I think we need much more rotation. The only thing I could maybe say is another CDM, someone around sort of the 75 rating, someone who's going to be willing to be basically a squad player that will potentially start or come on off the bench for the odd cup game or maybe lower league game if we're in need of rotation because of an injury or something. I'm not too sure, but at the moment, the squad is looking incredible. I'm absolutely in love with this squad. I think it's doing so well. And the fact that we're sitting 2 points clear at the table is showing how well the team is playing. So for now, guys, what we're going to do is we are going to end it there. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, then please do leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new to the channel, then please do hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to catch us on our live streams, Hursty Games YT over on Twitch. Link is in the description. And while you're in that description, make sure you check out our channel sponsors. You've got M21 and Real Footy Prints, and code Hursty will get you a discount at both. So for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
What? Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.